adjustment. She gets up quick no matter what and puts that ball down.
Adams leading Texas with 6 kills now. Ball set. Gregory Gymnasium has come alive. The Longhorns lead by 5 in the second set. Well, the Longhorns over in Gregory Gymnasium have got things turned around here in the second set. Purdue won the first set, but Texas is up by 5 with its biggest lead of the match. They're trying to get to the national semifinals, these two teams. And the 2010 NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship begins Thursday, December 16th, 7 Eastern on ESPN2 and in HD with the first semifinal. For more information, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 8 NCAA championships. It would be a first appearance for Purdue, but that player right there, Jacqueline Hart being out, could ultimately cost Purdue this match.
I think they're really struggling without Hart right now. She is such a leader and staple part of this program. Without her, they need to make some serious adjustments with their offense.
No pun intended, right? Struggling without Hart. 15-10, Texas leads it. The opening found by Katie Griffin.
You know, Sam, one of the greatest things I've heard this weekend, Mary Wise yesterday after their loss said that it was all about Purdue's defense, and it was all about Kramer and what she could do for this team. So I think they need to focus on her and make sure she's getting balls up and just anchoring that defense to kind of keep the flow. We see her diving all over the court. That is what she does.
Charlie Kramer, she brings energy and tangibles to this team. 16 digs last night. The point to Texas. McNeil will serve. Robertson keeps it alive. Well, Carly Kramer, the libero we've talked about so much. Here's some off-court information. Her dream vacation, Kansas City, Missouri, which is where the national semifinals are next weekend. That's where she'd like to go. She wants to meet Santa Claus. And who doesn't, you know? Turner with a rare service error. Purdue is taking a timeout because Texas is very close to winning this second set. The Longhorns on a 3-0 run, leading 18-12. This is the NCAA Women's Volleyball Regional Finals presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car. The third of 4 regional finals right here in Austin, Texas tonight. The Longhorns trying to tie this match with Purdue heading into intermission. But stick around, we're not done after this one, because coming up, no, it's not a Pac-10 regular season match, it's a regional final featuring 2 Pac-10 teams. Cal will take on Washington. The NCAA Women's Volleyball Championship presented by Enterprise Rent-A-Car tonight at 11:30 Eastern after us. Washington upsetting Nebraska last night, denying the Cornhuskers the chance to get back to the national semis. And what a tournament it's been. A year of parity coming to fruition.
This has been one of the craziest years in women's volleyball, and you never know who's going to win every weekend. So many upsets. Number 1 and 2 out before the regional final. It has been so exciting and so unpredictable. Service
here by McNeil. You know, you mentioned the number 1 and number 2 overall seeds out. It's the first time since NCAA Women's Volleyball has gone to the rally scoring that we've had the top 2 seeds out before the regional finals. An historic year. Coker, the center, with a little offense. Her first kill of the match to go along with her 18 assists. And remember, Texas has not lost a match she started since the semifinals in 2008, the national semis, when they lost in 5 to Penn State. Good.
You take a look at this last point for Texas. Nice offense by Coker. She knows when to take control of the ball and when to give it to her hitters.
4,152 fans here, most of them supporting the Longhorns in this NCAA tournament. As we mentioned, it's been an historic year, and in the championship, it continues. Florida and Nebraska, the top two seeds, out of the tournament. Penn State could make more history, winning its 4th national championship, if that comes to fruition. USC earlier today winning a 5-setter in its 9th national semifinal now. And Cal Washington, that's coming up next. How do you see that one, Kelly?
You know, I think it's a great matchup, and I think it's exciting to have two Pac-10 teams competing in that match. I really think that Cal's going to pull it out. They have so many offensive weapons. Carly Lloyd is a great setter. She's been great for them for the last 4 years, and I think they have what it takes to beat Washington and take it to a Final Four this year.
Well, that was not a good sign. We just saw Jacqueline Hart having her leg wrapped. As Jacqueline Hart, again, the unanimous All-Big Ten setter, injuring her leg in the opening set. She's hit 500 or better in 13 matches, including last night, hit 556 against the top-ranked Gators. An emotional leader, a leader as a player, and out of this match not looking good to return.
And it's funny because I thought it was her knee, but it looks like it's her hamstring that she's icing, so maybe she kind of tweaked it. She can get it tightened up there. Maybe she can get back out on the floor. That'd be a big comeback for Purdue there.
Texas trying to even this match heading into intermission. They take an intermission after the 2nd set in volleyball. Purdue won the 1st set, but has not been able to maintain that momentum for an entire set with Hart out. Purdue trailing by 7. Jen Doris. Now let's go back to that heart injury. Look at the top left-hand side of your screen.
You watch, and it looks like she kind of just tweaks it a little bit. Her body doesn't look like she's very comfortable when she passes that ball.
The hamstring?
Yeah, I think it's definitely her hamstring. If it was her knee, I think they'd have that wrapped up too, but maybe it was just her whole leg giving out on that one.
Well, Hart heading back into the locker room as Texas looks like it is going to wrap up this 2nd set, and Dave Shondell has his work cut out for him here at the intermission to try to figure out how to overcome the loss of Hart. Texas needs 2 more points. Fawcett initially called out, and then the call was changed to good. And against Texas, a set point.
Take a look at this great hit. That was definitely in bounds by at least 3 inches. A nice hit by Fawcett. A great push from Coker to the outside.
Purdue stays alive in the set, but down by 9. A lot of set points here for Texas to work with. Texas trying to even this match in a set apiece. They won in 5 last night against Illinois, trailed 2 sets to 1. So being down was nothing new for the Longhorns.
I think they are calling a net violation on Texas.
Point goes to Purdue. And it'll be Ehlers serving again. 24-16, still set point for the Longhorns, trying to tie the match. So the Longhorns tie it up heading into intermission, and this Texas crowd feeling a lot better than they did after the opening set.